bone through flesh is what I do best. Tear off an arm, amputate a neck, eyes removed, cranium smashed, decomposing remains severed in half. Torsos hang from their own intestines, ripped of all bodily extensions. Stumps writhing with infection, suffering a rancid amputation. My muscles tighten as I feel the rush. I look at your corpse starting to gush. Internal rot beginning to clot. I'll swallow your pus. Oh, whack, bat, do, whack, bat, and whack, bat, easy, I'm suffering rancid, suffering rancid, suffering and amputation. Hack, rip, slice, carve, chop, tear, carving out your eyeballs, watch them steer. Tear, rip, slice, carve, chop, hack, shove the entrails into a sack. Dying slowly, never to rest. Nerves are quivering as I rip. Removal of life on the blade of my knife.
And welcome to another Whores edition of the Sunday Night Wrestling Show. It's me, and I'm with Dylan from somewhere. Dylan, how are you?
I feel like that song kind of implied that you were going to go on a hot girl spree, and not of a good kind.
That's a good kind. It just depends on your perspective. So, you know, and lounge music makes everything better. You know.
So you're a Richard Cheese fan, Lounge Against the Machine.
I mean, that was pretty funny stuff. That's been forever since I heard it, and that.
Well, you do have the Lounge Kittens taking on the mantle as well. You got three ladies. I believe they're from the UK.
Yeah.
They're doing it more serious than Richard Cheese because he always did it tongue in cheek, and they're doing it because they're fun, but they're doing it, it's just slightly more serious than Richard Cheese.
And this guy was just like a BBC talk show presenter. Like, I don't know if he did any other songs at all, but he did that one, and I recorded it. Well, our skin's melting and no cardboard to save. And I'll put a link in the BBC. I'll put a link in the chat. So if you all wanted to look at the girls that we're looking at, if it showed up on your side, I don't know if it did or not.
Well, were you a fan of Mickey James roast beef?
Not the roast beef in the piss panties. I swear. I mean, I might be fake remembering the piss panties, but I swear she wore these awful, really big, almost granny panties for some of her photo shoots when she was like just getting started, and those bothered me. I was like, I don't like those. But Mickey James as Alexis Laurie in those first couple of years, yeah, she was just perfect.
It sounds like you're unaware of her nudie pictures that she.
No, I saw the roast beef where she's squatting on the ground and her pussy lips are hanging.
But did you see the video? She did a video with a man. Yeah.
Wait, was this a fappening leak or what was?
No, this wasn't a fappening leak. This was this was a porn. I'm afraid, unless I have a false memory, Mickey James got one porn before she started doing wrestling. I don't think you're gonna particularly like her co-star.
Oh no! Did he appear on BBC programming in the UK?
Not the UK.
Well, I guess we all make mistakes.
And also, the early ones, we talked about Trish Stratus and Lita last week. So they were still around in this time. Lita was just the top whore. They turned her after she ended up being the main heel out of the Matt Hardy Edge feud. And then, well, actually, no, before the Matt Hardy Edge feud, they used Kane as the surrogate because they've done fired Matt Hardy for being a little 16-year-old bitch on the internet and over the breakup. And then they're like, well, we should do this, but just different. Yeah, Kane will be Matt Hardy. And then when they got him in the same place at the same time again, it was like, fuck everything. You're a filthy whore who loves Edge's cock now. And that was just her persona for the rest. By that time, was her neck so fucked up that she was just a valet? No, she was still wrestling. She was doing matches up until she retired. That's right. And Crime Time sold all of Lita's dirty underwear and stuff on her way out.
Yeah. Lita wrestled all the way up until 2006. I mean, her and Trish Stratus's first retirement was in months of one another. So.
Trish retired with the title, and then just a couple months later, Lita's like, "I'm going to do the same thing." And no, you go out and what are they? She's a what was
she's a slut. She's a whore. Yeah, they were chanting that at her last match.
Yeah, I feel like there was some chant, but it was just so overwhelming. Boo, boo, go away. And she was never a good wrestler, even if she hadn't had the neck injury. She was a bad wrestler before that. Or the other neck injury. The neck injury on Dark Angel, or the neck injury she gave herself doing the suicide dive to literal effects almost.
Or the neck injury she gave herself doing the suicide dive on Edge's cock while Matt Hardy was recuperating.
I didn't have any pictures of Lita on hand, but I did have the two just out of the Attitude era on hand. And here we have Victoria giving looking nice and buff, giving a Boston Crab to some hoe.
Yeah. But back to Mickie James real quick. I found some awful photo shoots where it looks like a guy is up close smelling her, and I don't care for that. That's off-putting. But he's right up close, and his tongue is out a little bit. Like, God, this girl just did the dumbest porn. Yeah, I can't look at it. It's bothersome. Let's look at Victoria.
Yeah, it gets a bit muddled of the women because they get an influx. You get the Tough Enough ladies. The first season, was it that little dainty blonde lady from the first season or the second season that became like an interview, and then I think she married Tommaso Ciampa.
You got me. I have zero clue. Like Tommaso Ciampa, I don't remember who he's married to at all.
She's married to some random wrestler. I think it might be him of the little small girl from Tough Enough. And then they had a few seasons of Tough Enough where, well, actually it was the second season that they got all fuckety with it. Because first season we got a man and a woman that are gonna win, and we got Nydia and Maven, and Nydia, I don't remember her wrestling much, but boy, did they have her doing a lot as Jamie Noble's white trash girlfriend.
Well, it just makes no sense because isn't she from PR? I can't pronounce it. You're just gonna have to figure
Puerto
it
Rico?
out. PR, yes. I can't even get close.
Is born where? Houston, Texas.
Oh, okay. That's kind of close. You're kind of near
Maybe
the ocean.
maybe her parents are, because yeah, she kind of looks Latina. Ooh, can I bring this picture up? Hopefully, this is a nice hot one over here. Nope, it's just
Yeah.
thinking about loading up. It's not going to actually load up.
Yeah, I mean, Nydia was crazy hot. I mean, and they did the smartest thing they could with her by like having her prance around with her those jean shorts with her ass hanging out. It's too bad that the fucking cover picture that I got from Reddit, it has a picture of Nydia in the top left corner, but it's like the worst picture of her ever taken. It's just making a weird face while you can tell she's chewing gum. It's just dumb looking.
Looks like utter shit. Here's one where what she looked like more
Oh, that's
often
good.
at the
Yeah.
time. Without the dialing up of the white trash with her sticking her tongue out or whatever the fuck. So
Yeah.
then I think it was the second season of Tough Enough that Jackie Gata won, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And she gets the honor and privilege of having probably still considered the worst wrestling match on Raw with her and Trish Stratus and Bradshaw, and who was the other dude in the
Bubba,
match?
I think.
Oh,
I think it was Bubba Ray.
it sounds right because it was right after the brand split and everything. So it very well could have been Bubba, and I imagine he was a complete prick because from what I've been told over and over again, Bubba Ray Dudley in 2003 was pretty much a prick to everybody he could be a prick to that he considered on his level and below. Now, whether that's true or not, I don't know, but I heard it so many times, I'm starting to believe it.
Yeah, when we spit things like this, we hear it in enough shoot interviews that it's like, cite us. We don't have our work cited. We heard it somewhere from Stevie Richards or
Yeah.
Roddy Piper, or someone said it.
And I put Stevie Richards in the "you can trust what he says" category. I mean, he's never tried to. He knew exactly where he was in the card. He knew he was a jobber to the stars.
And he would do what they wanted him to do within reason.
Yeah.
Not be a proud gay American.
Yeah.
Stevie Richards did dress up as that weird woman, and it was like obviously him.
Yeah.
When it was supposed to be that crazy lady has attacked. It's obviously Stevie Richards under there.
That crazy woman, that very well dressed woman with wonderful makeup and great hair, is attacking. Why won't security stop this? I still think I know. Sidebar. This is a sidebar show. You all get used to it. It reminded me of that time that Randy Savage is wrestling Brutus Beefcake as the Zodiac. That fucking long-haired guy hit the ring, and the cameras couldn't get off of him.
Was that the one that the referee
Yeah.
was able to fucking grab a hold of and just keep down?
Yeah,
It happened
Pee Wee
during
Anderson.
a few WCW wrestling matches. I remember a couple Macho matches. Yeah, that one I think I remember them going around the ring kind of avoiding Adam as Pee Wee Anderson fucking waist locked him until Doug Dillinger could come take him away.
And that kind of pissed me off as a viewer. I'm like, where the fuck was security? It's like there's security everywhere. Doug Dillinger is everywhere, but we wasn't fucking there then.
Yeah. So you forget then because going to this lady you asked who was that, Linda Miles there in the lower left hand corner, the valet for the Basham brothers, was the Tough Enough winner. They announced Linda Miles. If you remember, Jackie Gata had a leg injury, and it was like a comeback story that, oh, look at how Jackie Gata isn't dropping out. She's determined. She's going to do it. So when Linda Miles won, it was implied that it's the same rules. There's two winners, a man and a woman. So Jackie Gata didn't win. We've got the main event. So the winner is, and you see the tall motherfucker Jake starting to stand up. Yeah, Jackie Gata. Another, you must have 2 feet on the outside. Horseshit WWE. Fuck you. No, we said the first season it was a man and a woman that was going to win. You mistook. This season we just said there's going to be 2 women, and here's the men and here's the women. You just kind of put it together in their head. Fuck you, Kevin Dunn. Linda Miles should not have won. Jim Cornette has called Linda Miles, aka Shaniqua, of the Basham brothers, like the bottom of the barrel student that he ever had in history.
I think he called her stuff like a giraffe on roller skates. I know he said things like that. And Shaniqua, they gave her that name. They gave her the most stereotypical food stamp welding black woman name they couldn't think of anything. They're like, okay, she's with the Bashams. They got kind of a S&M gimmick. So why not just give her like a try hard cool name like the Empress or something?
The Bashams did not have an S&M gimmick.
Well, I mean,
that was all. They didn't have any of that in OVW. That was all OVW. Put together with them. The Bashams didn't have this fucking gimmick. That was them.
That was them. No, I agree.
That was Vince and his folks. That this wasn't. They didn't have it. You made it.
They made it. Yes, they made it. The Bashams also used to have hair in OVW until they just surprised Jim Cornette one day by demanding that they shave their head and not giving him any time to put together like a loser loses their hair match or anything to make any money out of it. Because you remember, I mean, some people that know about OVW, they might not know. It's like it wasn't wholly owned by the WWF. It wasn't like a loss leader or something like that. They needed to make their own money to stay alive. They just, they didn't just live off of, the check that they got from WWE. So they needed to make their own money too. And the WWE would fuck them like that all the time by just changing people's gimmicks.
That's the famous "thank you, fuck you, bye" call. It is shaving one of my top guys' heads without telling me, because creative was like, we think he'd be good bald. I thought they were creative. They can't creatively think and see what they'd look like bald. Because I remember that fucking mid-90s that existed for some salons. Like, oh, here, you want to have this fun thing? That was in the mid-90s. Have this fun little thing to see what your hair looks like in these styles. You couldn't just go into Photoshop.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's what you guys used to make your pay-per-view posters and such.
Even way back to the mid-90s, and this is the mid-2000s, they had that technology. They had the professional versions of airbrushing and stuff like that back then, where they got to take a pretty darn good guess to see, and they just didn't.
So that's who Shaniqua was put in charge with. Dead on the Water, Dead on Arrival. They stunk. Who else are we ogling out in this poster? I suppose I should zoom out and get that top row with Nydia's wretched picture there. We saw a good one of her a moment ago. So just imagine that one there instead of what this person chose to represent up top there. Jackie Gata, we mentioned her. Really hot. She ended up retiring and just having some Haas children. So he's smashing a hottie at home. Victoria, of course, looking very psycho over here. Wow, those are some.
In a way, Victoria, it doesn't count, but just to talk again about her, because I could talk about her all day. I mean, in a sense, you could make the argument that she's an Attitude Era lady in a way, because she was a Godfather hoe that got powerbombed. She was the one famously powerbombed through the table by the Godfather so he could become the good father.
Okay. And we didn't mention in the night in that talk of the blonde that won the hardcore title. She was someone on the independent scene, but I don't think she did anything other than being a hoe and winning the hardcore title. But Molly Holly, she did a lot there. Maurice, yeah, look at that 2006 Maurice. She was version 2.0 when she came back to. Her and the Miz were really fun in making fun of Cena and Nikki.
Yes.
Those sketches were dead on. that was a well done fucking with that Miz and Maurice gave Cena, and that was Kevin Dunn. You hear about it. Kevin Dunn wanted Cena to propose. Cena didn't want to propose.
No.
That's why they never got married.
It usually depends on the man making the proposal, and he never did. So,
all right, Trish, we talked about. We've got Mickey James, Christy Hemme. That was the first of the diva searches, wasn't it? Wasn't she the first winner? Or was there someone before her?
Yeah, she was the first. Yeah, she was the first.
I think there might have been like an unofficial, or one they made like not such a big deal out of, and just I think there might have been a lame duck winner before they made such a big fucking deal out of it. We'd have to look up the Diva Search winners, which wouldn't be hard. But that's when you get just an influx of like I don't know, are any of these ladies in the pictures some leftovers, because some leftovers would get jobs. One of the main the Playboy girl that came in runner up, she stuck around for a while, whoever the fuck that was, with her awful dance club music. She did Playboy like before she came to WWE, and then of course, that just became like a yearly thing. We have good old Maria. I love Maria. Maria Kanellis down there next to Lita. She was fantastic. Did she win her year? Or okay, I wasn't sure if she might have been one of those that they gave a job to afterwards. But she showed her knockers. She's been around Ring of Honor and everywhere just for forever. I said Maria Kanellis. That's her.
That's her.
That's her name. That's her name. She married Mike Bennett, and then when they came back, he was a kept man. He was Mike Kanellis, not Mike Bennett.
Yeah, yeah. That's kind of like
that's where I was getting confused.
Yeah,
and then
I guess
it was so funny.
I guess they wanted the crowd to chant "cuck" at him or something.
But they started to get their cuck angle in gear, and then they just dropped it and just gave the same cuck angle to a bigger star at the time, and Rusev and his wife.
Yeah.
It was like the very next week. Like we're done with this cuck angle with Maria and Mike. We've got
God
Rusev
damn it!
and Lady Rusev here.
I got a cock on the screen with pre-cum dribbling out of it. Oh God. This is awful. I'm sorry, fans. If a chat comes up, I have to put it up, even if it's dribbling pre-jizz.
But it is your choice to finish it off, and
it is my choice to finish it off. I was trying to figure out how I accidentally flipped us. I was going to put you where the dick was. I just was hitting buttons.
Okay, looking at this picture, Stephanie McMahon, is that Michelle McCool there? Is that McTaker?
Yeah, that's Michelle McCool. I mean,
she's got Layla below her. I don't think of these two. See, that's why I'm like, if you put McCool in there with Layla as a team, like they had that Lay Cool thing going for so long, I could buy that before I buy either one of them going in individually.
But we got to give credit to Stephanie McMahon. Stephanie McMahon during the Ruthless Aggression era was the hottest she'd ever been, and it's so pervy because remember the one like I think it's that outfit where it starts out. SmackDown comes back from commercial break, and it's just a fucking close up of Stephanie McMahon's ass, and she turns around and makes her announcement. You remember what I'm talking about?
I don't remember the exact announcement.
Yeah, she's like bent over a desk or something, and the camera comes back, and it's on purpose, and she turns around and makes some kind of announcement. And I'm like, man, Vince McMahon is there directing this shit. How goddamn fucked is he like that?
And here's a very specific era of bangs. Stephanie McMahon post boob job. Well, the boob job that was around the invasion. By the time she had bought ECW, she had got her boobs done, and I think this was this like around the time that she had the street fight with Vince McMahon.
Yeah, I bet my soul that's who she's staring down in the ring right now, because Bangs Stephanie McMahon was the one that married Triple H and had the hardcore match. So yeah.
Stephanie was there for a while. Was she replaced by Heyman, or she replaced Heyman? I don't know. That Eric Bischoff stayed as the general manager, and SmackDown really rolled through them.
Well, yeah, I mean, around that time, I'm a little muddy on the specifics, but that might have been when she was replaced by Kurt Angle.
Yeah, I guess Kurt Angle did, but he would have definitely had to come before Teddy Long, because once he was in there, it finally settled down on that musical chair for a while.
Yeah. Well, thank you for almost providing us with some straight up jacking pictures, Stephanie. She never got around to like full on taking like a jack off to me photo shoot. She would almost get close to it by dressing fairly provocatively on TV, but nothing over the top. She was never out thonging it in the middle of the ring or anything. She would just accentuate those big fucking juicy tits.
Yeah, here you have a shot of the match of Vince McMahon violently choking out his daughter. You know what I like in this picture, actually, is the photographers at ringside. Once they went to HD, they kicked the photographers out of ringside. They used it as an excuse. They wanted to do that for years. But yeah, there you see some bangs as Vince is enjoying this too much. He's recalling what his mother did to him as a child and being able to act some of it out on screen, doing it as a child.
Thanks for coming by, Pale L, who always reminds everybody to smash that like button. Pale L says, I saw Stephanie McMahon's pod with Paul. They were supposed to work together, but Vince pitted them against each other. They're great friends now, but I guess Paul was mentoring her. Yeah. Kinda, sorta.
But she did get the okay to fire him. One of the times Paul Heyman got fired was by Stephanie McMahon.
Yeah, poor Stephanie. She fired a lot of people, and for the long, and that's why in my brain she's like the perfect fit for the meme of the evil HR woman that fires people. She's fired a lot of people that we like. She fired people that we like one day and hate the next. Like you remember when she wrestled the gun out of Bruce Pritchard's hands and fired him for having a gun on a plane.
I do remember Bruce kind of talking about the gun story. It's that was the mid 2000s.
Yeah, I think it was 2009. I want to.
That's when he got fired. So
Yeah.
he's. I can't believe he wanted his job back there. He had it just fine doing the podcast thing, and he wanted his old fucking job back. Jesus, running ragged for this fucking madman who as you were positive she was staring Vince down here. I'm positive this is the time he was looking at her rack.
I mean,
I know there was an episode that where like people said, I think it was supposed to be Vince looking at her as a woman. No, she wasn't in a costume. Like she got the general manager. Well, he probably looked at her rack then, but this is a separate occasion where they were just standing like this and she's doing her job and he like looks at her rack and people are like, no, he's supposed to be looking at her like a woman. She's doing a great job. Well, it looked like he was appreciating her rack.
And like this is an example of what I'm getting at. She never dressed full on slutty, but she always accentuated them fucking boobs. I mean, how many fully clothed, big kitted women have you ever felt the urge to rope it onto a sock to? I mean, this is like the perfect freeze frame too.
It's she paid for him. She was gonna get her fucking money's worth out of them knockers.
Oh, you're right. I found the picture. It's one of the first one that comes up when you type that in is like when the evil Stephanie McMahon was trying to trick Triple H into marrying her. She's in part of her bridal outfit, not the full thing. Because because you can also tell if you're not convinced, Vince is randomly in a tuxedo. So yeah.
Looking for more Stephanie knockers. Here's from the Halloween costume we were speaking of. John Cena got to rap for the first time and save his career.
Oh yeah, if he wouldn't,
they were gonna fire his ass. They were ready to fire him.
They were probably minutes away. I mean, how I would love to know. I don't know. If Bruce Pritchard might have talked about it on that one podcast, but I don't remember it. I listened to the John Cena Bruce Pritchard podcast on a road trip to the beach one time. I don't remember him talking about how close they were to firing him though. God damn, do you hear that fucking rap music?
That's coming through, yeah.
This cocksucker, I'm pretty high up on the fucking building, right? This cocksucker, who I think is kind of new here, every time he comes home, he just has to make sure to play his music for a long time, so the fellow residents can enjoy his musical selections before he feels at ease enough to get out of his car. He has to know that we're all up here going like, man, you are a cool dude and you listen to cool music. I wish I was that cool. Oh God. I want to throw a fucking rock out that fucking window so bad.
Is your window open?
No! And it's almost soundproof. No, I'm not the one doing anything stupid. This place is almost fucking soundproof. You can't hear shit. But you can fucking hear that. And I am not on the first floor. I'm pretty fucking high up. Yeah, I'm a dog. I'm from the hood. I like grills. Finna.
Oh, so it sounds like he made his way into the building on short notice, figuring it out sooner. So good for that guy.
Good for Mr. Finna.
Oh, I don't see that video immediately that you were talking about in the chat, sir, Mr. Mr. Pellel. So, but back to some of the other hooers. I actually liked Layla much more than I liked Michelle McTaker. If we're talking about them as a twosome, which they were, they should be inducted into the Hall of Fame together or none at all, unless, the other one has taken enough cum shots to earn her way into the Hall of Fame. That's the only way one deserves it into the Hall of Fame over the other one, and not together. Are you going to induct one of the jumping bomb angels into the WWE Hall of Fame?
Just one of them. The one everybody liked. The other one can stay home.
Stacy Keibler is there in the middle, and yeah, I do. We didn't talk about her much. She won the WCW one by popular vote, by fan protest. And this is the Stacy Keibler era, of the WCW purchases. They had Booker T and Stacy Keibler that they got their. I wouldn't say they got their money's worth out of Booker T, because they fucking crippled him before they made him be a bitch. They made him lose to Triple H at WrestleMania when he was ready to be the next breakout star for Raw. No. Even when Benoit won the belt, it's still the Triple H show. Fuck that guy. Yeah. You had one good year of booking in you, Triple H. So did Tony Khan. You and Tony Khan are equal. Well, did Tony Khan have a good year of booking in him? I don't know. It depends who you ask. I thought that fucking Hangman Page winning the title, it was Daniel Bryan's time to win the title. You had lightning in a bottle, but no, we're not going to erase it. I wrote it in pen. I didn't write it in pencil. That Hangman Page is just going to be a fucking loser and hang out with the biggest losers around. This is guys who can't win a mask. That was supposed to be Marty Scurll. I don't know this Marty Scurll guy, but that was supposed to impress him. We got these nameless losers in masks, all warm for you to come in. No, I'm going to book for Ring of Honor.
Yeah. Anyway, I think it's like they didn't get as much mileage out of Booker T as they definitely could have gotten had they not been just really wanting to pound WCW into the dirt as soon as they brought him in. They got some mileage out of him in the beginning. Then they turned him into an imbecile, and then he stayed an imbecile until he became like a good-natured imbecile with Goldust, and then finally, like it was goddamn they waited until what 2005 I want to say until they started until they started treating
got the belt like in 2006 from Ray after they dropped the ball with Ray. All right, you're now talking in an accent now that you're King Booker. You can have the. He was King Booker at that point, wasn't he?
Yes.
So.
By 2006, yes, he sure was. And he had the kingly music. And he wouldn't do the spinneroonie. He would put his hand up and do the finger.
Stacy Keibler was now with Booker T. That's whose pictures I was looking up right now. He had Charmel. Charmel was a Nitro girl?
Yes, 100%. Not very long, but she was. Yeah.
We talked about her a little bit. She was a Nitro girl. She was in TNA is what I remember her from the most, more than WWE, because
because
of that -5 stars match.
Yeah. Every time I think I'm gonna forget about that. That was something else. It's a wonder them girls didn't break their fucking ankles in that match. Jesus Christ.
Was she in high heels? She was in a beauty gown. She's not a wrestler. She was always a valet. She has wrestled very little.
I mean, it was worse.
Make it even more difficult on her.
It was worse than that joke match that Miss Elizabeth had with Mean Gene Okerlund, and Mean Gene Okerlund was in like some kind of costume, like a night outfit. It was like 2 minutes long, and I was just waiting for them to both just break every bone in their body, and they weren't doing anything.
The WWE Vault did recently actually post Mean Gene Okerlund having a tag match with Hogan. I think Lou Albano.
And he wasn't really in bad shape if you think about it. I've seen people in way worse shape than Gene Okerlund in that tag match. I mean, you're always given to kind of believe that he would just be like extremely dumpy if for some reason he was in wrestling. No, they wasn't in that bad a shape. I see way worse shaped people around here.
But not right here. Here is she was Christy Hemme was the clear winner of the Diva search. She just had that spunk that none of the other broads had.
Yeah.
No one else was memorable with their personality.
I think I'm getting the match confused. I went to look it up, and I think it was Miss Elizabeth versus Jericho's old, or it might have been Miss Elizabeth versus Mancow, or it might have been Miss Elizabeth versus the old Ralphus.
That sounds proper.
Yeah.
Like I just took your word for it. I have basically no knowledge of what they were doing completely off the rails, but still running. The train is somehow still running. It's completely derailed and still going is what was going on with those years of WCW with Vince Russo. He's trying to get Elizabeth to quit, wasn't he? He was like, she's too expensive and I can't fire her. Just make her do shit she doesn't want to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck. Oh, God. She had a fucking mud wrestling match against Rhonda Singh in 1999. Oh, God. You know what? One thing we got to do one day, and it will not be woke and politically correct at all, is to go through shitty fucking cage match and pick people that we know fucking suck. And what I'm getting at is, like, you can scroll down, where it has like the ratings of these people, and everybody's none of their ratings match. None of them match at all. Like, you'd have someone like Kurt Angle, you'd think they would be 9.9, and they're fucking like 7.8. But of course, the Young Bucks and people like that are 9.9. Is like, pick shitty ones and then read the user comments, because they won't come right out and insult anyone. They gotta do like a positivity sandwich on everybody, and it's so cringe. I went through it one day looking at a couple of wrestlers, and I was just to make myself mad. I was like, why are they saying anything positive about Sunny Kiss whatsoever? That fucking guy, girl, whatever, suck butt fucking shit off a fucking string. Ugh. But that's
you saw the video too.
God, his ass stuck out so fucking far. You could stick a whole tray of food on his ass and it wouldn't fall. But I'm sidebarring. Who the fuck were we talking about?
I brought up the Diva search in general. So Christy Hemme won. Carmella was the runner-up. I think, didn't she? They kept her around for a while. Joy Giovanni, Amy, they kept a lot of fifth place. Okay, Maria Kanellis did not win. She was in the first one and came in fifth place. Michelle McCool in seventh place. So the first one, they just kept a lot of these women around.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. They were. They were. I guess they were just smartening up back then. It's like, you know what? We got these ultra hot women that are applying. It's like, we could keep most of them. It's like, we're making so much money these days. It's not going to hurt us at all to give them like a low ball $150,000 a year contract, because they're paying their own transportation. So.
Here, the second year, we don't have as many familiar names. Ashley Massaro won. Is that the Layla we know, or is this a different Layla? This looks like a different Layla. Deal or no deal? No. This is not the Layla from Lay Cool. So,
Oh.
other than Ashley, no one else got some contracts. But the first year, they just got smitten and boners for a whole bunch of these ladies. Someone
I can't believe.
Someone just kept that boner up for Michelle McCool.
Yeah. And then passed that boner on to the Undertaker. Here you go, Undertaker. Take this boner and keep it.
That's who I was implying had the boner at the time.
Yeah. Well, did he give it to himself?
Season 3, Layla L. That's the Layla we know with Lay Cool. And yeah, no winners. 2007, Eve Torres. Okay, now we're like outside. Or no, 2007. This is still kind of Ruthless Aggression, but latter half Ruthless Aggression. And then, okay, that was the last one for years.
Yeah, in a way, there's a lot of different ways to officially gauge the beginning and end of Ruthless Aggression. It's like, you could go by like, the first official episode of Raw where it's TV PG. That's way after the Benoit murders. And then there's other like ways too. It's like, that like there's the last like bikini contest. The last time they actually had the women up there to be lewd. Yeah, you could consider that
they would when they would just have a bra and panties match. That was just a regular thing. That was just as regular as a match.
Yeah, and like I bought the WWE games every year until the last couple of years where they just somehow are getting worse every year. But I got last year's game. I'm not going to go into it because it's a rabbit hole you don't want me to go into. But like they used to have these joke moves in the games that were so funny that were like finishing moves. Like Stacy Keibler's finishing move was her turning around and pulling her thong up her butt. And then whoever she was wrestling would go like, oh, I can't believe I'm looking at such a hot ass, and would flop backward and fall on their back.
The 1988 SummerSlam ending. Just seeing a bikini bottom on bikini bottoms on Miss Elizabeth gets the heels to go. Oh,
yeah, Pale L, you could. Yeah, that's a good starting point too. A lot of us because there's no official start and stop to anything in wrestling, so a lot of us we all just have guesstimates. So a lot of people
we're lumping we're lumping in Invasion era with Ruthless Aggression
because it's really the end of the Attitude Era.
That was a clear delineation. That is like the finger poke of doom. The WrestleMania X7, Vince and Austin coming together. There's our clear delineation. So the WWE Women's title, I'm not having. Was this one of the ones where they had a Raw and Smack? No, it was just the women's title on Raw for quite a while until they felt the need to make another one.
Yeah, they did that thing for a while where it was like, they had years where the shows had an uneven amount of titles. Like some years Raw would have more titles than SmackDown, and some years SmackDown would have more titles than Raw, until finally someone had just common sense said, oh, well, you just need to have a world champion on Raw and SmackDown. We need to have a secondary title, a third airy title, and a women's belt, and we should be good, and a tag belt.
Now I'm having a hard time remembering when they had a second women's belt. When the fuck did they
Oh, I
introduce?
don't know.
Was that not until modern times?
Modern times. Oh, they didn't have a secondary women's belt in the Ruthless Aggression era. Fuck no. They had
Okay.
one belt, the end, nothing else.
Okay, I was
One
thinking that they.
shitty belt.
Oh, let's make it look just like the tattoo above the stripper's ass.
God
Fantastic.
damn.
What a
okay,
belt.
you gotta pull it up now. If you're gonna talk about don't pull up what Paige was doing to it, but pull up one of the other ones.
She was doing that to the NXT belt. You don't have to worry.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I keep having that Mandela effect. What a weird thing to have a Mandela effect about, right? But my Mandela effect in wrestling is Paige slurping jizz off of the Divas belt.
It was the NXT women's belt that she slurped two different races of cum off of.
So, guys, in case you don't know, Paige had a Devil's Three-Way with Brad Maddox and that one New Day guy. What's his name? Apollo Creed or whatever. Xavier Woods. Fuck, I can't. That guy. He's one of those dickheads that still goes by like two names. Like when you try to follow him online, he doesn't go by his WWE name, I think. I think he still goes by his 2003 name. Oh, there it
Austin
is.
Creed is his real name. So when he came in as Consequences Creed, that was his real name.
And let me give everybody this goes out to This goes out to every wrestler that definitely in the future, when this podcast becomes number one, this is a podcast. I'm declaring it now. This is my podcast studio, my floor. But when this goes number one, and this goes out to all the DV people as well, go by one name. I'm Dr. Harley Quinn. I'm not Dr. Harley Quinn on Twitter, but on YouTube, I'm Bob Pickle Feather Cemetery Goat. Pick one name and never have another one. Pick one, or you will not get any traction. So there's my rant of the day.
The Divas Championship belt here. It came about in 2008 while the women's championship was still a thing. And then this unified and they recognized this lineage, not the Moolah women's title lineage.
Well, that's so fun. God, it is so hilarious, though, that they straight up were like, guys, hey, we're going to have a new belt. Make it the tramp stamp all the whores have. They get the tramp stamp of every whore we've ever fucked doggy style from the strip club after Raw and then jizzed all over their back. Make it that tattoo. And they're like, yeah, we did it.
Here's the tournament for that belt. Maurice was there, one of the Bellas, Eve Torres, Katie Lee Burchill, Kelly. Kelly.
Yeah.
She was like 19 fucking years old. Fucking gorgeous.
She was.
Gail Kim, she one of her times popping in and out. Oh, and Maurice. I was gonna say good. Gail Kim, no. Gail Kim got pinned in 2 minutes 50 seconds by Maurice on an episode on Raw. On an episode of Raw, not even a pay-per-view.
Gail Kim, you
got 3 minutes. Go. All of these matches.
Fucking lose, you fucking bitch. Like
that's the longest match. Gail Kim, all right, you're a professional. You don't get 2 minutes like these ladies we don't trust. You'll get 3 minutes.
Get 3 minutes. Yeah. Did somebody say 3 minutes?
And yeah, then she got clobbered by 2 Samoan men.
Okay, now this is where my brain is fucking with me. This is this Charlotte Flair holding that belt in like 2014?
Yeah, that says final champion
Yeah,
Charlotte.
that's what I thought. Yeah.
So they retired the women's belt. In the small little thumbnail there, I thought it was Michelle McTaker.
Yeah.
So I was mistaken there. That was not Michelle McTaker. It's just once again so Vince and Undertaker are like the same bland blonde women. Yeah, she's fine. Nothing wrong with her, but I wouldn't give her a 10 because she's just so bland and blonde.
Yeah. Yeah. But still, I gotta rant real quick. I mean, Maurice has never been a good wrestler at all. She eventually became a passable short match wrestler, but that was it. But man, how disrespectful to fucking Gail Kim. Can you think? I mean, okay. To me, the only person that ever exceeded Gail Kim is Charlotte Flair, and that's it. So it goes Charlotte Flair #1. And let's say, to me, Charlotte Flair's a 100. Gail Kim is a 99. You know, and it's to lose the Maurice in 3 minutes. I know it's a show, and I know, but it's still that bugs the shit out of me. Oh yeah, Pale Ale. Yeah, well, yeah. you fucking nailed it there, brother. I don't listen to it anymore. I quit.
Yeah, it was something that certainly WWE pushed, and he didn't push back.
Yeah, and he could
having his buddy there was like when they tried. They brought Bruce's podcast to WWE for a season, and then they didn't bring it back because Bruce Pritchard, of all people, had more integrity with his podcast than the Undertaker.
That was shocking to me too. I was like, because Bruce Pritchard, when Vince was there, is the biggest yes man in the world, and I guess that yes man in him just ain't going away. But he did have it because I guess he was like, no, this is my baby. Forget that. Yeah. I bet there's also other stuff that maybe we don't know about. Like they probably offered to buy it, but they wanted to own everything, and then he could never do it again. And there would probably been a non-compete. If this doesn't work out, you can't have another podcast for 3 years, and you can't call it something the rest. There's probably a lot we don't know on top of that for him to grow a backbone. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, Bruce had something to wrestle on WWE for like 6 or 10 episodes or whatever, and then they kept doing their own thing because he enjoyed doing it with his buddy Conrad. Undertaker, when WWE approached and said, "Hey, we'd like to do this, but get rid of your buddy." Yeah, of course. I love you guys at the WWE.
Okay, the clout Undertaker has is not measurable at all. He could have simply just been like, nah. I mean, he wouldn't have had to give like a full-throated response, like, and here are the reasons why. He'd be like, nah, I'm just gonna do my own thing. No thanks. He could have just said that, and they would have dropped it. They'd be like, that's just a suggestion. That's all. Thanks for listening, though.
It's quite likely all those videos taken down from the channel weren't voluntarily. I think. Oh, I bet. I think he got more than one phone call to get those videos down.
And here's a second question, because I don't remember. Did they, when it was the Undertaker and his friend, did they use WWE videos like, as transformative content? Because like when you're buddies with the WWE, you can do that like crazy. But when you're not anymore, fuck you, they'll fucking take you down.
When you play 5 seconds at a time, comment, and then play another 5 seconds a minute later, no, that is not transformative.
Well, and it don't matter with us.
For fuck's sake, don't tattle on that guy that has those years and years of superstars up, because they're not putting those up.
I just don't get. I mean, again, I know I said it before, but it's like I'm so befuddled. Like how there are tens of thousands of channels that have complete full matches, original commentary, theme music, everything, full shows. They've been up forever and they're never going to get taken down. But a little microscopic channel like mine will play 2 seconds of a video and get a takedown notice. What the fuck? Make it make sense. That's all I'm saying. Make it make sense.
It makes as much sense as Maurice here beating Gail Kim in 2 minutes and 50 seconds.
That's infuriating as could be, but I know I don't want to get off topic, guys, and us to talk serious about this shit, but so let's get back to ogling this whore. God damn, she's beautiful in every way. And in my opinion, her coming back as the MILF, Mrs. Wife, in recent years, infinitely hotter. Infinitely hotter.
Who else we got that we haven't talked about? Kelly Kelly. I brought up for a moment. There she is.
You fucking old perverts ogling this teenager, this stripper teenager whore. They kept leaning into that. I was like,
it's ECW. It's extreme.
Yeah. Yeah, until Benoit. And then they were like, well, we're just called extreme now. We're not.
And what a good choice for like you fool. It's like you had the brain of a 90-year-old man or something, not seeing what a promotion it is to be the leader of ECW and be the champion and fight all the young guys. You fool.
Oh, hang on. I gotta. Oh, have you ever seen? Pale L sent me a DM. Have you ever seen those funny pictures of Randy Orton ogling fans' tits?
I was looking for that.
If you got
that, I couldn't find it.
It's just looking right, and he's like doing the wink too. He's like, his name may as well be Gary Winkle. Let's see. Oh, that's funny. I'm glad I was logged in to Instagram on that browser. Normally, I'm not. Here's my rant about Instagram. Who the fuck are these people? Jerry Seinfeld impression. Who the fuck are these people following fully clothed bikini models that don't do porn? What kind of pervert are you beating off the women in bikinis? There's porn. Stop it. Beat off the porn. Stop following these whores and making them rich. They don't even play with their pussies. God damn it.
Yeah, you never see Cherry here playing with her pussy.
And I ain't gonna follow her on no goddamn Instagram either, unless she's gonna, shove a fist up her ass.
Who is the princess here with the wand next to Maria?
Oh, that's goddamn the best built. All right, guys, this I might be calling it early. The most perfect stripper body, porn star body of all time, Candice Michelle. I mean, voluptuous in the proper usage. I've seen people call girls voluptuous, and they were talking about kind of fat chicks, like Sarah J. But like they would call people like Sarah J. voluptuous. No, this is the perfect definition of voluptuous. Candice Michelle, especially if you find the right pictures. If you pull up pictures from like 2012, she got too skinny. If you pull up stuff from like the 2000s, that one, okay, that one I take back. If mid 2000s Candice Michelle had an Instagram, I'd be roping all over it.
Looks like she got the WWE title at some point.
Yeah, that's when she started thinning down, but yeah, I mean, like I don't think I think Candice Michelle was just straight up hired from Playboy or something. I don't remember her ever being in a
I was thinking that she was one of the Divas search contestants, but I don't think we saw her when I brought that up. So yeah, she must have just been a straight up Playboy hire. And I'm a fool and didn't put my water anywhere near me. I'm going to be right back because I'm parched.
Okay. All right, I think I got it to where I can pull up Pale Ale's post. Hope I don't accidentally bring up my porn. He's looking right at her fucking poor tits.
Can you share the screen of him looking at the tits?
You know I'm slow in a lot more ways than one. I'm getting to it. Here it is. It's such a funny picture. It's coming up. It's coming up. There it is, right here. Look at that. He's making the weak face. I better close one of my eyes so the other eye can capture more of these whore tits.
These perky young whore tits.
Oh. Oh God, this is funny. Oh. I
don't remember the classic Candice Michelle botch. It didn't live on as legendarily as other Botchamania clips.
I mean, Candice Michelle botched a lot, but they were goofy, just goofy, safe-ish botches. She was just a bad wrestler. She's another one exactly like Maurice. Finally, that last year she was there, she had some passable matches, you know. If you kept it at 3 minutes, made it real simple, you know. Kind of like
which they kept it. We saw those tournament times. The longest time any match got was 3 minutes.
Yeah. And they all stuck. See, there's this trick in wrestling. I'm sure it's got a name that hasn't been released yet, but basically the Colorado rule. What do I mean by the Colorado rule? Well, allow me to elaborate. So if you're not used to high elevations, when you go to somewhere like Colorado, you get off a fucking plane, you walk a little bit, you're like, why the fuck am I so winded? Oh my fucking God, you gotta sit the fuck down. Like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Am I sick? It's the elevation there. And a lot of wrestlers will tell you horror stories of not getting used to the elevation yet and trying to have a match. The most famous one is probably The Undertaker talking about a match he had against Viscera, and they both get to the ring. They're both winded as dog fucking shit. They just both of them want to die, and they haven't touched yet. They're waiting for the bell to ring. So they go to do a face-off, and when they do the face-off, Undertaker just says, duck the clothesline, choke slam, going home. And Viscera goes, thank you. Because let me point this out. You know, if I know I'm fucking losing, man, just let me get the fuck out of the ring as fast as possible. I'm not in AEW. I don't need to have an hour-long match where I'm kicking out of power bombs through flaming chairs. Just pin me, pay me, get me the fuck out of there.
That's how you get over. That's how you show people that you're talented. Is that you take something that clearly hurts you, this is beyond kayfabe. Like, this shoot hurts you very badly, and then you do this at the count of 2. That makes you amazing.
Well, we've stared at this poor civilian's tits long enough, so let's go back to looking at a regular whore instead of a civilian whore. Well, while you talk about Candace, I'll try to see if I can't find something good.
And you know who else that we haven't really talked about? The two that we kind of already talked about a little bit. One of my favorite bitch face lady, Dawn Marie, had her long-standing feud with Tori Wilson. So I'm just all about the cunt-faced brunette over that perfect blonde, even though Tori Wilson just had everything. When she's standing next to Dawn Marie, I've got to go with this brunette cunt over that, because the way Jim Cornette said it was Sable and Sunny. Look at her face; she can't hide it. She's an upfront cunt. You know that Tori Wilson is a behind the back secret cunt.
That looks like a picture. That's that. Oh man. Okay, that picture behind her of one of those dumbass podcasters. Like, that's one of the most irritating things on the planet to me. It's like, why the fuck are wrestling fans going to shows holding up giant heads of podcasters? And I don't even know who that fucking guy is, and I don't care, and I'll never listen to their show, whoever it is. Do you know who that is?
It looks like it's an ECW, doesn't it? That looks like a classic big fucking head sign.
No. That picture of Dawn Marie that you have up there in the referee outfit, that's when she came back, like, within the past year to do a special referee match for an ECW tribute show.
Okay.
So that's what that is. So that giant head, that's not Bobby Nick, Jerry. God damn it. God damn. It's one of them fucking irritating podcasters that everybody pretends like, probably from like Blood Your Head Radio or whatever the fuck. What was that one that Tommy Dreamer does?
I don't know. Maybe that's a sign that he doesn't do it very well.
Yeah, Tommy Dreamer, Your Head Radio podcast. I think it's one of his. This is another one. This is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about like perfect body stripper bodies. Like, this is a little too muscular, but like, this is, getting there. Man, I swear they got all the good pictures of Candice Michelle gone.
Yeah, even though this is a perfect fucking blonde woman, I was always a Dawn Marie guy. There's just something about her, and I was surprised that WWE sought her out of all the random ECW people to bring in, and it was like a year or two after ECW went away. They got Rhino. They didn't want Steve Corino, but eventually they got their hands on Dawn Marie. Yeah, well, that could be construed some very wrong ways of getting your hands on Dawn Marie. I wouldn't be surprised if Vince McMahon got his hands on Christy Hemme. That's the way that the whispers are going around. That seems to be one of the ones that Vince diddled around with.
Yeah. I don't know. That's something else. I mean, one of the ones we got to find is a couple of still shots of that match that Dawn Marie had with Tori Wilson in that hotel room.
I do remember the match that Al Wilson had with Dawn Marie where he died.
Yeah, this is about the best I can find off the top of my head of like Candice Michelle's like perfect hot stripper body. I don't know if it got any bigger or not, but God almighty.
It got bigger.
It did? Oh, yeah. Look at that shit. God damn. Everybody, please masturbate to this picture tonight. I don't ask much of you, but please masturbate, especially if you're married.
Only a like, subscribe, and tonight a load. What one load out of the first load he's
One
asked for
load.
in many episodes.
We don't ask for a lot of likes. We don't beat you over the head with likes. We don't beat you over the head with subscribes or comments. But we want to beat your meat. Let us beat your meat tonight by looking at this great picture of Candace Michelle. Could you all commit tonight to beating your meat? Oh, hey, Roy came by. How many of these women were born with penises? None of them so far. Because if any of them were, then mistakes were made on my part. Oh, yeah, Pale like us. He jealousy hated Kidman when he was dating Tor.
Well, he blatantly showed you his fucking schlong in those goddamn trunks to show you. No. I can take care of her.
And if we were somehow one of those cool wrestling channels, we could play as Titantron, which was him coming out in them stupid fucking biker shorts for some reason, or his goddamn child's arm of a cock was going down his fucking leg. But we're not one of the cool channels, and we play it for even 1 second, the WWE will strike us. But we'll let all these other dickhead channels play whatever they want for some reason.
Okay. Also around this time, Candice Michelle beat Melina for the women's title. So Melina, she had that fucking fantastic entrance of the full-on split leg. That was a wonderful way to introduce her to the world. Eminem, that's what it was. She came with Nitro and Mercury.
Yeah.
They came together.
They definitely did, and like I've talked about this with many other people in my Clark Kent life. But were you were you watching the Raw the night that they made Jim Ross say, "Hey King, did you know Melina likes to have sex with two men at the same time?" And yes, I said made Jim Ross say that. Did you hear that?
I do not recall Jim Ross saying this. This
You
is
fucking said it.
was this during Eminem? Was that part of the Eminem gimmick? Is that she fucks them both, or was this afterwards where her and behind the scenes, her and Nitro were partying with Batista?
I don't know which came first, the chicken or the leggings, but but they made Jim Ross say that randomly. I'm like, why are you making Jim Ross say that? That's a Jerry the King Lawler line. That's like built for him. And you could tell Jerry Lawler was like, he was taken aback by hearing it because his laugh was uncomfortable. It wasn't like the normal, like, ha ha laugh he would have. He's like,
He found his pervert bounds. That was Vince. All those years, Lawler liked to talk about puppies. Talk about two schlongs, JR.
Talk about Eiffel Tower and this fucking some kind of Mexican whore. I don't know what the fuck she is. Just Eiffel Tower and this stupid bitch in a hotel room somewhere. Yeah. And like some of her, and she's a great example of like the Ruthless Aggression era easing into the PG era, because when she started, she'd do those split legs, and the fucking cameraman would get pervy close up shots of like of her ass to where the cloth of her fucking panties were barely covering her asshole. You could clearly see, like you could see the wrinkles. That's up to you and your God. I mean, I have not participated and have no plans on it. But as long
Well,
as you and the other
so
dude don't make eye contact, but you talk about your day, or video games or something, then it's not. It's okay.
if you want to see a gay MMF threesome without the dudes kissing each other and
Yeah.
forward, efucked has a somewhat recent video up. Those guys are really into each other and they don't realize they're gay yet.
They don't, and that's sad. I mean, they don't need to be ashamed. They need to embrace their freak side.
If you recall, Jim Florentine talking about being in a three-way. Was it Florentine
Ugh,
and Levy in a three-way with the
I
girl in
think
between
so.
them, and she farted so bad that they had to kind of like pump their way over to the spray, the smell good air freshener.
They had to stop pumping the broad and pumping the perf.
Oh no, they didn't stop pumping, but they
Oh,
were
thank
like
God.
working together to pump a few inches further so he could grab the air freshener and spray it.
Uh, but I mean, you know, I guess I can put it like this. If you're plowing a whore as good looking as Melina, and as long as you and your dude friend aren't touching or anything other than a fist bump, it's okay. But if you're, you know, but if you're doing anything, that could be construed as like, what these, fine young gentlemen, one a former Lars Sullivan in the WWE, who really liked to take it to Twitter and tell you what he thought about them. Those nasty homosexuals, those daggone homosexuals. Shame on you and what you do to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And then, whoops, what you doing over there, Lars, with your buddy in your A&W shirt? He's making a root beer float in his mouth with his buddy later on the night. So let me get that all out of here.
Lars Sullivan was too nervous to main event with John Cena. His nerves got the best of him, but he got an erection when a man put his mouth around his penis.
Yeah, it happened.
He was not too nervous for that video, but he was too nervous to get a 1-2-3 victory over John Cena at WrestleMania.
And side note to this, kind of related, kind of not. Did you see the Diamond Kitty teacher video that had like an extra that was a student in the video that did not perform in any way? That was the former manager of a Mexican dude. What, the chauffeur, the millionaire Mexican guy that won the Royal Rumble?
Alberto's guy.
Yeah,
That guy.
yeah,
I'm not going to pull his name, but yeah, Rodriguez,
yeah.
something
Rodriguez.
Rodriguez.
Something or another Rodriguez. It's like, I guess, kind of sort of around that time that came out too. That he was an extra in that Diamond Kitty video, and I looked it up obviously because I like Diamond Kitty. I mean, but what made it even funnier was like this guy was begging to get caught, and I'll tell you why. You can find the screenshots pretty easy if you want to. He was wearing an NWA Championship Wrestling shirt in that video, so he was just like begging to get caught. He didn't get in any trouble from WWE. I was expecting, like when that came out, I was expecting them to be like, "We've come to the terms of the release of Rodriguez, the chauffeur."
And they kept is did they just have Alberto drop the title and go away?
I forget.
He had the title of that place that they bought in Mexico, and then they had him give it up, and I don't think they've been using him. They asked him to go away.
The Hassan Wiener. Sometimes the simplest jokes are the funniest. Hassan Wiener's root beer float.
So yeah, I was just going over the champions around this time, and I'll be goddamned. Michelle McCool did hold one of these titles for quite a fucking long time, and Beth Phoenix also came in around this time as the women's wrestling started to improve a bit, and I think she got in just in time to not do the bra and panties matches, and they always took her seriously enough to not give her such a thing.
Yeah, she came in. She never was portrayed at all as tits and ass. She was always portrayed as like a powerhouse threat of a woman.
She was at one of the Royal Rumbles. She competed. I think she kissed a guy and was able to eliminate him through that distraction.
Yeah.
I think that was her spot in the Rumble.
Yeah, she did that, and just like someone we are not going to talk about.
The other woman that was in the Rumble at this time? You don't want to talk about her as one of the hotties? That was like her one match. She was such a dominant force as Awesome Kong, and then she had like one match, which was the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, that was it. Man, that was weird. Well, actually, I was getting at The Rock's cousin, how she had a Royal Rumble appearance. But no, you're right about Awesome Kong too, who was only in WWE for like 28 seconds, long enough to have a Jim Johnson thing, long enough to be in the Royal Rumble, and then long enough to get on the microphone for like the first time ever and say goodbye to all the great wrestling fans, because that fat bitch is pregnant.
It's a miracle. All of this wrestling career is just put to the side because I took a load.
She took a fucking deep dickin' load. They got that big fucking beast of a woman pregnant. Good Lord Jesus. Why would you leave it in on I guess you don't really have much of a choice. If she tells you you're going to leave it in, I guess you're going to leave it in. But leaving it in, I know this guy wish he would have got the leave it in to old Diamond Kitty there. Doesn't really zoom in very good, but there's old Ricardo Rodriguez. I won't get any fucking bigger than that. This is fucking Red. I hate you fucking Reddit. I hate you. I hate you woke retards with pronoun Reddit. And you won't even let me zoom in anymore. Let me zoom in, you cocksuckers. Fuck you. Anyway, there he is in his NWA Championship Wrestling shirt. That fucking pervert, you disgusting man, is pretending to sleep in that classroom. Think of all the children you disappointed. Pervert.
Well, that's no holding up in his asshole while having his WWE Hall of Fame ring, but certainly something. So I don't know how many horrors more are in this time period. I think we've talked about all the ones I have particular loads dropped to. Joy Giovanni, we stopped by. She wasn't a bad looking broad, so I see why they gave her a contract for a while.
Yeah,
despite the fact she did nothing. I believe she was on JBL's team, his entourage.
Yeah, we got there was a ton of women in the Ruthless Aggression era, but they were all there for 28 seconds. That's the thing with them. It's like if we brought up all the ones that came through and had cups of coffee and were managers for one show, general managers of ECW for one show, and all that, we'd be here till next year. But for the ones that had he had a little bit of a significant career, we've pretty much hit the wall.
Yeah, here's Joy Giovanni, Cherry we mentioned momentarily, but how much was she of note? And I'd give her a job too. Maybe she was one of the ones that got that special office in the near Vince's. Maybe that's how she got in there.
Yeah, I mean, very well, could be. I'm just trying to think if I can think of anyone else that had anything. We got Mickey James.
Jazz once again. We can mention her as much as we did during the ECW episode, because we're talking about people that we've shot ropes to, and I don't think I know I have never shot a rope to Jazz.
I don't think it's possible. I just don't think it's possible. That woman has just a primate cranium, kind of a horse face, kind of all the bad you can think of in the world,
So I kind of liked Jordan Grace when she was kind of tubby when I first saw her, I guess like 10 years ago or something. And now I actually just recently saw a video on body weight and BMI, fat percentage. She is at an unhealthy fat percentage. Like, she's talking about how she's 7% body fat. Under 10% is very unhealthy for a woman.
Yeah, no, oh God. But man, she's not sexy at all, but what a great
It's become
wrestler.
obsessive.
Yeah,
like the way that Yokozuna wanted to become the fattest man in the world and a wrestler at the same time. She is trying to be the most impossibly jacked person. She's trying to go further. You see it. She's trying to get down to 4% body fat, and 7 is not sustainable to live a healthy lifestyle.
No.
7 is insane for men, but it's below 5% where it becomes completely just unhealthy.
And that's why, unfortunately, that's because both me and you are clearly under 5% body fat. And that's why we probably won't be with you all for very long, is because we take too good a care of ourselves to where it's actually unhealthy. Like, I just don't want to intimidate anyone by taking my shirt off on the stream. It's the only reason I don't do it.
You'd be surprised how much more fuckable a 40% body fat woman is to a 40% body fat man. That sloppy blob looking motherfuckers they got over on the dude side, and they got women with a big ass and rack that are thick in the middle at 40%.
Yeah, I guess
like not bad. Their body knew where to put it. And I don't know if we have any examples here in the Attitude Era, because they were, or the Ruthless Aggression era. They did not like chunky women. We're lucky we got brunettes and redheads at all.
Oh yeah, we got
Vince and Laurinaitis were running roughshod over who gets hired.
Now I did find someone we almost erroneously skipped over, who was
Alicia
someone
Fox?
we almost skipped over someone that was like a very, very high favorite of mine, and she wasn't there long at all, and that's Ariel in ECW, Shelly Martinez.
My vag! My vag! I was a fan of that whore even before she started making softcore porn videos with Jewel Denial.
Yeah. But for like it sucked because like okay when she debuted in ECW with Vampire Pete, whatever the fuck his name was. Oh,
Yeah, that's a good name for him, Vampire Pete. He already failed out of being a light white version Undertaker. They only had him
what?
around for like a month or so, and then he comes back as Vampire Pete with a very hot vampiress.
He should have been called Tidy White Undertaker. That would have been it. Tidy Whitey Taker. Yeah, but no, you ain't got nothing to worry about with old Shelly Martinez, especially these days. I think she's in normal shape now. But when she debuted in ECW, she was another one like Candice Michelle, had the perfect stripper porn body, voluptuous. Everything was meant to be fat, like the tits was fat. The midsection was not skinny, not repulsively skinny, just normal, and then big ass without being comically big or anything like that. Because I don't girls didn't get butt implants in the mid 2000s. Not that I fucking saw.
Yeah, no, that wasn't the popular implants.
No.
Not till later.
But yeah, for like 6 months, she was perfect, and then she like started starving herself in the WWE. I don't know if they ever intervened and said, "What? You gotta stop this, or we're gonna fire you." I think they just jumped the fire in her. I just think they said, we're not going to address her weight loss. Let's just get rid of her. She's going to be dead anyway." But she didn't. She didn't die. She hurt her vag a lot, but she didn't die.
I said my vag. I imagine that got taken down, didn't it?
Yeah. No, that did not.
Oh, good. That didn't get a flag.
Nothing. No flag at all. Completely copyright free. Nothing. Not even a suggest. You know how there's there's the different levels. Like it's blocked worldwide or it's blocked in Russia. And then there's like the, hey, if you ever try to get monetized, this one could be a problem. But as of now, no problem. That kind of warning. None of it. It's just completely free. I think it fell into that. Well, because TNA isn't as diligent as the rest of them, but it was of poor quality and it was zoomed in. So I think all of that helped. I think we got kind of lucky with that one.
We had Vampire Girl in ECW and we had Kelly in ECW.
Yeah.
I think there were more. Well, I know there were more because
there was a
famous Eric the Midget call. The women that were playing strip poker on ECW, were they really naked? That was his question to John Cena when he was in studio. All right, Eric the Midget, your hero, John Cena. What do you want to ask him? On ECW, when the women played strip poker on Tuesday, were they really naked? I don't know who it was. Certainly one was Kelly.
Yeah. Well, let's see. I mean, there's a chance Francine could have been there.
I don't remember her making an appearance outside of the one night only pay-per-views.
She made a couple. She wasn't there very much, but she made a couple of ECW on Sci-Fi. She didn't make it all the way through 2006 though. They got rid of her before 2007. But they did their best with her. They didn't let her look like she did an ECW trashy. They made her like kind of glam up. So they did the best that they could with her, but she wasn't exactly jack off material. But they made her look like a well dressed older lady, I guess you could say. but there's the other one too that we forgot, that everybody forgets her name. There was that girl that managed the FBI for a little while.
I don't remember the FBI having a manager.
Yeah. Insanely hot girl from TNA.
We did jump right over Jillian Hall. She was part of the JBL entourage. They
Yeah.
gave her the gimmick of having a facial deformation that couldn't be surgically removed, but the boogeyman ate it one time, and then she just never had it again.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, that's funny because, like, once that mold came off, then it was just like, well, now you're just the definition of a cookie cutter Vince McMahon blonde. So that's probably why she ended up being there for like 5 years.
Just looking at who had the title around this time, and they instituted the other title in 2008. Yeah, I think we mentioned him. We're petering on out, and I did
Oh,
share a picture of Alicia Fox. We didn't speak of her. She was around for
okay.
quite a while. So
Oh God, that's the definition of shitty fucking wrestler right there. That's that when I think, okay, thank God you brought this up because this would have came to me later. When I think of like this era of wrestling, how it improved for the women, it did. But like when I think about the shitty fucking wrestlers of this era, her and I don't know if was that redheaded girl there yet, the one with the vampire red hair that was not a vampire. What's her name? Eva Marie.
that was, I forget the time. She was around there when Zack Ryder started getting over, and then they buried him by making him Cena's little buddy, and Kane fucking threw his wheelchair off of the stage because he was nuts for Eva Marie, and she was playing him like a fool, and he got no comeuppance.
Yeah, yeah, but like, yeah, but Alicia Fox here, she has to be one of the, if not the top worst women's wrestler that had a significantly long career of at least a year or more. And I, honest to God, think she was there
She
close
was
to
there for
fucking 10
years.
years.
I think you're right. She was there for fucking ever.
Just like,
She actually bridged the eras. She was
yeah.
one of the ones left over that couldn't do a fucking thing in the ring, as they're like, all right, let's have a women's division, not a boner division.
Yeah, which makes it even worse because, like, well, I mean, none of us were gonna say she she didn't bridge any boners with me at all. My boners was safe, secure, and in my boxers whenever she was on TV. Uh I did not I don't nothing about her, nothing. But the one I wanted to show here, if I can get this to come, God, that is the worst. Can you think of anyone that was worse in the ring than her from that era?
Um, all the other women.
Well, yeah.
It was quite a push. This is the era of the Bellas, and I don't care what the fuck anyone says. They are just as bad as Alicia Fox here.
Yeah, they are. They're terrible. It's like, at least, all right, Brie. I don't know. Brie Bella, I think, is worse than Nikki Bella. Nikki Bella at least comes across as having some muscle and can do some power moves like
Yeah,
that, like that rack attack.
because Brie doesn't eat fucking meat. She's married to Brian. There's no protein in her diet. Even if she were to eat Brian's protein, it's not made of protein.
Yeah, but this is old Trinity. If you can make her out and see her at all, on
I
your
vaguely
screen.
remember Trinity being on WWE. She was as you were saying, she was a TNA lady, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, she was a TNA and then came over, or other way around, or maybe
yeah,
she
yeah.
sandwiched it with WWE.
They were trying. They were kind of trying to do a little, like, okay. It wasn't like a hardcore thing. It wasn't something they were going to say out loud. But like while they were launching ECW, there were conversations that no one will ever say were true whatsoever. We're like, okay, we also got to get other guys that kind of would have fit in with ECW, like this guy we're hearing about, this Punk guy, this MC Punk. Let's bring that guy in. He'd fit in, and like some women that would have fit in, like this girl from TNA that's contract came up, this Trinity. They were trying to like grab a couple of people like that in the very beginning before they abandoned all that completely.
Yeah, and of course ECW also with their massive violence still had some great wrestling. So that's what they thought they were going to get from Braden Walker.
That's still so funny that some random guy 15 years ago or whatever made that fucking Braden Walker 3 DVD set, best of Braden Walker. It's like, did nobody check to see if he was fat before they signed him to a contract? Or did they sign him to a...
Yeah, it's surprising that I guess they were just under the impression that he was keeping himself in shape. That's one of those things that like it might have just been on a good word of all right, he really showed potential in TNA. I believe in this guy. Let's bring him in. And they might not have seen a fucking lick of his work or nor hide nor hair of him since he left TNA. And what's funny is they were using him poorly, and they turned him into a character of himself, of a guy who bitches about being used poorly. So chicken or egg, was he a bellyacre that they then made fun of him, or did they use him poorly and he started becoming a bellyacre? I don't know.
And your shirts are too tight.
Every shirt is too tight for Braden Walker.
Even the shirt of ECW could not fit the wide frame of one Braden Walker. The extended edition was that's right, the extended edition. But yeah, I don't know. So I guess we're wrapping up here because we've covered everybody that I care to cover. Because like I said, we're not going to dig up all those one-shotters that showed up for 13 minutes. I mean, really, I shouldn't have even brought up Trinity. She was only there maybe 6 months, but I did want to bring her up because she was so fucking hot.
Which is still, we might have, the ones we mentioned might have been there for 6 months. Joy Giovanni still somehow made it into the video game with how little she was doing there.
God, it's so funny. The video games back then, like that, those special moves, girls just showing their butts would be a finisher move. They had, you had the bra and panty matches where you're ripping the clothes off of the girl. You're like, I gotta hit the A button when it's on the screen, or it'll stop the tug of war. and you had. It makes me so mad that they talk about you used to be able to put people on your leg and give them a spanking. So and it didn't have to just be the girls. Like you could assign that move and make Joy Giovanni give Big Show a spanking on his big ass if he wanted to. They had so many silly moves in the game. Oh God. Even the one-shotters were like 5-shotters for me. Man, I ain't gonna lie. There's a lot of these women, because we got so few pictures of them or anything, you had to use what you could fucking get. And even though this is kind of the modern era, there really isn't a whole lot of images of this Trinity woman, unless you subscribe to TNA Plus, and nobody does. So
if you want to see Kurt Angle, they really have a wonderful second half of Kurt Angle's career over there. It's worth the price of admission. I imagine they're keeping it to like $10, right? They're not going crazy.
Yeah, they are. And you can catch sales on it. I always forget about it. Like you can get it even cheaper than that. And really, that's the price. That's the price alone is like the second half of Kurt Angle's career. I watched some of the matches that he had there, and it's like, oh God, it's like that JR expression he used to use that was it was so cringe, but it kind of fit. It's like kissing your fucking sister. It's like the second half of Kurt Angle's career, he's having better matches than he ever had with anyone in the WWF, but it's against people you don't give a shit about.
I
Like
give a shit
don't
about Desmond Wolfe, with or without hepatitis.
Thank God he only had the C. He had the one that was curable. That's why he's able to wrestle today. He took those pills to get rid of it. But like, yeah, it's like, you know, Kurt Angle having matches against Desmond Wolfe. Kurt Angle having matches, and I don't even know if he did, but if he had one against Ken Anderson, it was probably the best match ever.
Yeah, they had a whole feud. I'm remembering
Yes.
some of it as you're speaking.
But Ken Anderson is one of those guys. I was like, nah, that guy's overrated. I never cared for him. I never thought he sucked, but he had X-Pac heat with me. I didn't like looking at him. If he was on TV, I wasn't interested. He would have to wrestle like Kurt Angle for me to stay on there. And the whole time I'd just be like, I don't want him to get any offense. I just want him to get murdered.
I'll tell you who doesn't have X-Pac heat with me, and that's Christy Hemme, my choice for top hottie of the Ruthless Aggression era. And we do have many to choose from. I could choose my much rope shot Dawn Marie, but Christy Hemme is just a ball of energy and fucking hot. The right first choice for the for the women's for the Diva Search. She embodied it, and every other winner that we looked at after her wasn't as perfect of a hype hooer as Christy Hemme was.
Yeah. Just beautiful lady, ton of energy. I mean, that's a good choice. Oh, this is a good picture of her. Let me pull this up. So, I got my picture of my lady up. I want to be fair and put yours up too. So let's see. Okay, I like this one. So
you talked about Ashley for just a little bit. So I guess she didn't tickle our balls like many of the others, because she was a Diva Search winner and she stuck around for a bit. To me, she was just a blonde in a sea of blondes at that point. Is the problem? She was good looking. She's a hot broad, but you had spunky redhead Christy Hemme just sticking out of the crowd.
Yeah, like I think that's there. There's Christy Hemme, looking as only she can look, and that's your pick. Yeah, Ashley, man, she was like the thing that I don't know. I feel so mean talking about a dead person, but like I thought she was perfect looking and everything, but she was like the definition of a fake Hot Topic girl. You know, she was wearing that sideways hat, kind of trying to pull off that look of that, like, what was that girl's name that did the Skater Boy song? That got the
Avril Lavigne.
Yeah, she got bit by a tick and had like Lyme disease for 30 years too. But like she was trying to do that. And I was like, that just seems so fake. That's not real. This is just a girl that heard about Hot Topic and is not even really trying that hard. She still just looks like a random hot blonde, but she has her hat sideways. But beautiful, yeah. But no, she just didn't really do it for me, I guess. My pick is, you've got her, and my pick is Candice Michelle.
The Playboy feud.
Oh yeah, it is, ain't it?
the Playboy whore versus the Playboy hooer.
Well, yeah, Roy kind of picked up what I was saying there. It's like Ashley Mazzario is basically a female Josh, just like I've heard about this Hot Topic. Let me find out about it. I'm going to read about Hot Topic on the internet. It's like, okay.
She wore her hat backwards. Couldn't you
She wore her
tell
hat
that she was cool and
backward.
with it?
She's cool and with it. She uses phrases like rad and with it and
She doesn't use the
daddy-o.
phrase Radford after rad, though. That would get her in trouble.
She's like, they like to wear black shirts, ironic things, ironic black shirts that have funny phrases on it, like an ironic black shirt with the fawns on it going, hey, green in the hair. Yeah, so it's like she just downloaded a Word document of how to kind of look like a Hot Topic girl, and then had 10 things to do on that list. And looked at that list and said, nope, I'm only doing one of them. I'm wearing my hat backward. That's it. Oh, there you go. She's like like if Stuttering John, is going to try to do it. But that's my pick. That's your pick. What's the chat's pick? Is anyone on my side, or are we going to have a mutiny? Like we
Because Stacy Keebler is also applicable.
Stacy Keebler also qualifies. I will admit she does qualify, and I, being completely an impartial judge and participant, I am neither encouraging nor discouraging any votes for Stacy Keebler.
I'm encouraging votes for Muffy.
Oh yeah, Latanya stopped by. We gotta have, Latanya's got to vote too. I don't know if Latanya watched wrestling back then or not.
But there's Candice Michelle. Bring up the Christy Hemme for the two finalists we have here for the Johnny Come Latelys.
Latanya, while we got you here, if you don't watch wrestling at all, me and Dylan are voting for our hot woman of the WWE Ruthless Aggression era, which is approximately, so we don't need to be fact checking, 2003 to 2009 ish.
I like how we gave the same range of years, but you were 2 extra years.
Yeah, I'm being a little liberal. So, but yeah, so that's my vote on the screen. On the screen is Candice Michelle. Dylan's vote is this hot firecracker redhead right here. So 1 is Candice Michelle and 2 is fuck, my brain is farting. What's her fucking name? What's
Christy Hemme.
Christy Hemme, yeah.
Pellel has been trying to get the Tori Wilson vote ever since last week. So that's where his is being casted.
Tanya Vegas is now it's almost turning into the WCW and WWF Attitude Era episodes we've got one for Stacy Keebler from Latanya.
She's also putting of the two, number 1 and number 2. She's going with Christy Hemme, number 2 of number 1 and number 2. Steve Wolf, I completely understand Molly Holly. Quite wholesome. She was around at this time. She was a superhero in training. No. Rosie was the superhero in training. She was just Mighty Molly.
Until the early 2000s. Yeah, so you'd have saw some of this. Yeah, Jerry, sorry I was getting choked by her husband. Type that. Yeah, that's, yeah. Has been known
we didn't take that into account. So yeah, but by legal order, we got a cease and desist that we can't call anyone other than Michelle McCool the hottest of any era that she was active in.
Yeah. So and because they're going to randomly bring her back with about the cadence of how they bring back Trish Stratus, she's going to be part of every era of wrestling until all of us are 6 feet under.
So that's who we were perving to this week. The chat is starting to take a turn into perving for Molly Holly as we go off the air. So like, subscribe, leave a comment for who is the one to perv to the most in the Ruthless Aggression era. We brought up, actually, I don't think we brought up the individual picture of Molly Holly at any point, but she was there the whole time. We had her there on the checkerboard of ladies. We've definitely spoken about her on the other episodes because she was in WCW. She was in the end of the Attitude Era, and short brunette hair after getting her hair buzzed off.
Yeah. Well,
Trish was still in this era. Trish was my pick for last week, and it could easily be the winner of this era as well. She retired, as we mentioned, her and Lita within a month of each other. I believe it was a month of each other.
Let's see. Let's look at Molly Holly again. Why not?
Yeah, there's a Molly Holly solo that we really didn't give her too much spotlight. So there's a little spotlight, and here she is as the debuting Aw Shucks Holly cousin.
Yeah. Aw shucks.
So that's who we think the hottest are, and only by threat of violence or legal action do we actually go with Michelle McTaker being at the top of this list.
I think technically you won. You've got one vote for yourself and one vote from LaTanya. So that means 2 votes. Everybody else got 1 vote, didn't they?
Yeah, we can do some tallying up later. I like calling me the winner of this week, saying Christy Hemme was the hottest. Yeah, with 2 votes, I think I might be the winner. It's split
Everybody
other way.
Else got 1 vote. So yeah, I guess we're gonna go ahead and crown the winner. You know, Miss Miss WWE Ruthless Aggression era. Well, now it's 3. It's official. There's no coming back. We got, he's going for Hemme too. So we got 3 in there for old Christy Hemme. So
even she has more personality and more spunk than a woman completely covered in spunk by that of dozens of men.
Yeah, and that's strange. It's like, I don't think any, other than what she did for Playboy, nothing lewd of her has ever came out. I mean, there was rumor and innuendo that's it.
And Playboy is the tasteful of the news that you can get. So that was her boobies and her wearing a merkin. Don't show any lip in Playboy. Wear this merkin. Grow it out. Don't show up here with nothing. We need something to work with to cover that lip for our perverted but professional publication.
Yeah, if you wanna pose for Playboy, you gotta roll up that baloney. Don't let that thing hang out like Mickey James and just soak up the moisture on the linoleum floor.
So, hooray, Hemme. Hemme wins for Ruthless Aggression woman. She didn't win it for TNA. Who the fuck won for TNA? I forget.
Well, I voted for Victoria.
Yeah, and ODB did not win because I voted for ODB, so it was Victoria.
Yeah. So I should have voted for Victoria again on this one, but I thought that would be unfair, and I wanted to, play by the rules.
So we've got Victoria, Christy Hemme, Stacy Keibler, and the other one. Maybe we should write this down before we have a gangbang battle royal at the end.
Yeah, because we only got 1 to go. We've got the modern era, and well, That's gonna be rough because they dress rather conservatively these days. We got the the current era of Amish WWE ladies to goon to. Some that I just hate fucking looking at, like AJ Lee and Becky Lynch. I hate them so much that I can't even see if they're pretty. I just don't want it. I don't want them on my screen.
Well, you're going to have them on your screen next week. I'll see you next week for more horror talk.
For more horror talk, tune in next week. Where can they find you, Dylan?
Dylan from somewhere, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and a bonus episode dropping Monday tomorrow, but somewhere around the week. Maybe we'll see the Monkey Man again. You never know.
Might see the Monkey Man. Take your crown king. You're the winner this week with Christy Hemme. We got one more to go. And then we got the battle royal where all the ladies, we gotta sit down and make our
Where
pitches.
we use that new Chinese AI to see what happens.
and when are you streaming next, Dylan?
Bonus episode tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, 11 p.m. Dylan from somewhere.
All right. So if you're not following him already, follow him and be sure to, stop by tomorrow and check out the bonus show. Hey, thank you, Jerry. Lovely shop again, guys. Only one I'll watch. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you. We need that. This is what I'll say it on the air. I believe all our mileage is on the air. I want to do like an international episode with Jerry one of these days where we talk about like the most popular characters that came from his neck of the woods, and then have a battle royal for the best wrestler that came out of his neck of the woods one of these days. One of these days. I don't know when. I might die in my sleep. All right. We're saying goodbye. No after show unless do you need me for anything?
I'm good.
All right, cool. I'm hitting end stream. Y'all have a great one. We'll talk to you next time.
Amputation. Ripping through flesh is what I do best. Tear off an arm, amputate a neck. Eyes removed, cranium smashed, decomposing remains severed in half. Torsos hang from their own intestines, ripped of all bodily extensions. Stumps writhing with infection, suffering a rancid amputation. My muscles tighten as I feel the rush. I look at your corpse starting to gush. Internal rot beginning to clot. I'll swallow your pus. Oh, whack, bat, and do, whack, bat, and whack, bat, and easy, dee. And suffering rancid, suffering rancid, suffering and amputation. Hack, rip, slice, carve, chop, tear, carving out your eyeballs, watch them steer. Tear, rip, slice, carve, chop, hack, shove the entrails into a sack. Dying slowly, never to rest. Nerves are quivering as I rip. Removal of life on the blade of my